everyone, welcome back. I have another skincare reaction video for you, and today we're gonna look at Coco Jones. This is on Harper's Bazaar, and I'll leave a link to the original video in the description box. We're looking at her skincare routine that's Dermatologist-Approved, and the reason why I'm super excited about this is because I got tagged a few times and sent this video because a lot of people were saying that she uses a NATURIUM product, which is one of my products, and I feel like this is almost like a full circle moment where it's all coming back. We're back on Harper's Bazaar, we're back on doing a reaction video, and in this video is a product that I have created. So excited about this, and I cannot wait to see what is Dermatologist Approved here.
Hi Harper's Bazaar, I'm Coco Jones. Are you ready to go to bed with me? My nighttime routine is normally very simple and straight to the point, typically because I'm so tired by the end of the workday that I'm like, let's get these ingredients and get their purpose and go to sleep.
I want to point something out. Sometimes when I ask people about their skincare routines, they're like, oh, it's just really simple, and they almost seem embarrassed, like they feel ashamed or something. They think I'm going to like critique them or like shame them for having a simple routine, but I have to tell you, sometimes the best routines are the simple ones. You know, I love a ridiculous skincare routine and I like to go all out and use everything, but that doesn't mean you have to, and it doesn't mean that you're getting the most out of your skincare routine. Sometimes the most simple is all you need. So don't feel ashamed if you have a simple skincare routine. You just need to get it done, and that's it. I like to use my skincare routine as a moment to reflect and have some time to myself. It's like a Zen moment for me, but it doesn't have to be for everybody, so don't be ashamed.
My first product is to remove this cute glam. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover Balm. So basically, I just use my acrylic nail or whatever type of nail I have that's long and pointy. I'm gonna start with these lashes and all of this eyeliner just in case my eyes get a little sensitive from all the products. I kind of just like feel around and put some of the balm on the lash glue. Cause you know when you take your lashes off sometimes and you're literally fighting for your life? Ooh, that was a little gory there, sorry. Also look at the difference, hi. So yeah, I'm just basically loosening up that glue so that I don't lose any of my natural lashes because I really love them. Sorry guys, this is so like, yikes.
I assume because she's like on camera and she's trying to just kind of get this done and she's talking, having to be aware that she's probably like being a little bit more careful about how she does it. But honestly, just like rub that together. Turn your cleansing balm, which by the way, this one from Clinique is a great one. Lots of people use this cleansing balm. It's a really good one. Warm that up. Don't put it directly onto your eyelashes and onto your eye makeup. Warm it up. Turn it into an oil, and you're gonna get so much more out of that. I don't know if she's trying to save those eyelashes for reuse. She didn't say if she was or not, but if you're not trying to reuse them, just like go to town and really warm that up. Get that oil in there and it'll loosen everything up easily.
Next, I'm gonna work on the eyeshadow. Basically, just massaging this over my eyelids, loosening up the product, and I definitely should have clipped my hair back, but here we are. This is kind of where I feel like the emoji baby cries, but you know, moving on. Just gonna wipe this off. It's a really powerful balm, you know. This eyeliner is extremely, extremely heavy, so I like products that don't dry me out while they're removing whatever makeup I had on during the day. And I find that this cleansing balm really does the job there.
So again, even with that eye makeup, like she could have, you could still see like it was a little bit, you could see the chunks of the cleansing balm. Work that into a beautiful oil. That's the whole point. Massage it onto your face, and you won't even need to use a washcloth or, you know, like in this case, I think she's using like a tissue paper or something. She's wiping it off her eyes, and you don't need to do that. Definitely her hair, without it being pulled back, would get wet if she were to pull out water right now, but pull your hair back, go to town, massage that, get it oily. It'll break everything down for you, so you don't have to wipe it off. You get that benefit of not having to, you know, be rough with your skin, and that's really what you want out of your cleansing balm.
I want to also clip my hair because realistically, I'm not trying to re-straighten my hair after this.
That's exactly what I was thinking. She was talking about how cute her glam was because it was really good, but I was also thinking how good her hair looked, and you don't want to mess that up. I don't want to mess up my hair when I'm washing my face, so I'm glad she's gonna clip it back.
The goal is remove the makeup and keep the hair away so that way tomorrow there's less to do. Okay, let me just remove the rest of my foundation and whatever's left under the eyes, and we can move on to step 2. Okay, we're almost done here. Next, we're gonna move on to face wash.
And again, you saw that she used tissue to wipe off that cleansing balm. It's not wrong. It's almost like using cleansing balm like it's a cold cream, which we know is also a thing, right? It's like putting on something that's creamy and oily like that and using a washcloth or a tissue to, just wipe it all off. But again, you don't have to do that. It's what makes an oil-based cleanser so great to use is that you can emulsify it by adding some water and then you can rinse it off. And then while your face is still wet, go in with that second cleanse. You do not have to actually manually wipe it off. You can, but the benefit is that you don't have to.
The Inkey list, and this is the salicylic acid in 2%. I've learned from my dermatologist that it really doesn't take all of those fancy glamorous products or a DIY. It really just takes good ingredients that have been working all of their lives. I don't know how old salicylic acid is, but anyway, we like her. I'm just gonna take a decent size amount and foam that up with some water. Okay, so initially as a teen, didn't struggle with any acne. It was really more when I got into like my early 20s that I started dealing with acne and definitely dark marks. I respect you guys, but God, you're annoying. So I tried a lot of DIYs at that time. YouTube was my favorite, and I was learning all of these things and how to craft all of these concoctions. Ended up burning my skin, and basically I fell in love with aloe vera because then it was like a healing agent. But really what I realized is that all of those products are like really cute and fun, and sometimes it's nice to make like a little DIY oatmeal mask or a cucumber, put the cucumbers over your eyes like you're in the spa. But really, you need a dermatologist. You need a professional who does this to tell you what's going on. That's what really helped me. Still some eyeliner there. We're gonna get rid of that.
I love that she said this because I think this is a common situation for anybody, right? You get online, especially these days. I mean, we're seeing the rise of the 10-year-olds that are into Sephora and Ulta and want to buy all these beauty products. And what ends up happening is if you overdo it and you're using all these active ingredients, you might irritate your skin because maybe your skin didn't need it. And I like that she pointed out that it was in her 20s really that she started to experience breakouts. That's a very common time to experience breakouts because you start to deal with adult acne with hormone changes. And I feel like that must be a common time where we're having a big hormonal shift or something, because I don't really know anyone who didn't experience hormonal acne, adult acne at some point in their 20s. Regarding the product that she's using from the Inkey list, a 2% salicylic acid cleanser is a really great way to get exfoliation. If you have any clogged pores, salicylic acid is a wonderful ingredient for that because it actually breaks down pores. It even helps to balance out your oil production. And in a cleanser form like this, it's really gentle on your skin because you are rinsing it off. It's doing its job and then it's being rinsed off. And so it's not going to have this long-term effect of, exfoliating your skin, continuing to exfoliate your skin. It does a little bit, but it's a little bit more of a gentle process. So it's a really great way to get it into your skincare routine. And I think one of the points that she made that's probably the most important so far is to go see your dermatologist. I know that sometimes that's not something that everyone can do, but if you can see a dermatologist to just check out your skin and tell you what's going on, it might be the only time that you actually need to see the dermatologist. And actually, like a really good example of this, you guys know that I deal with melasma. I talk about it all the time. It's a form of hyperpigmentation and discoloration of my skin, but a lot of it comes from, it's like an inner problem, right? It's a hormonal problem because I have a thyroid issue, and it really was triggered by being pregnant and the hormone shifts that I got from that. But I recently took my mom to go get a laser treatment. It was either going to be a chemical peel or a laser treatment. I just assume because I'm dealing with it that my mom is dealing with melasma. But when we get to her appointment, I'm like, oh, my mom's dealing with melasma. What would be best for this, this, and this? And the RN actually looked at her face and was like, she's got a little bit of melasma, but really she has sunspots, which is different. It means that she hasn't been protecting her skin. And I know my own mom, even though I tell her religiously to use her sunscreen, she still had all these sunspots from all the time that she didn't protect her skin consistently. And I have a feeling it's more about like the lack of reapplication, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, but it just goes to show that even somebody who has dealt with a type of skin issue for a very long time, it doesn't mean that I can just like look at somebody and just know, right? Like you can't watch a video and be like, oh, that must be what I'm dealing with. And even if you're a person that's not dealing with a lot of acne, if you are prone to hyperpigmentation, which anybody with a melanated skin tone is probably aware of, you want to get ahead of that hyperpigmentation as well and know what ingredients to be using in your skincare routine to try to prevent it or to avoid it. So there are all these reasons why you should go see a dermatologist just to get an idea of what's happening with your skin.
I love Urban Skin RX. So this is their Balancing Witch Hazel Toner. And I like it because it's not like too intense. So I just go all around the face with this toner. I don't really like go under my eyes too much because I know that's the most sensitive part of your skin. And then let that dry a little bit.
All right, so looking at this product, I have never tried it. You know, when you just hear the name, it just seems like it's gonna be a typical witch hazel toner. Looking at the ingredients, this seems like a really wonderful product. Again, I have never used it, so I cannot tell you if it's a good one. For the skin issues that she was describing and also the hyperpigmentation that she deals with, this is potentially a really great product for her because besides the witch hazel, there's niacinamide in here. Niacinamide is great to nourish your skin. It's also great for brightening your skin and evening your skin tone. There's licorice root extract. There's glycolic acid, which is really great to exfoliate your skin. It's an AHA. Yes, I know she had that salicylic acid in her skincare routine, but it seems like because they're not like calling out glycolic acid as a key ingredient, it's probably a low percentage of glycolic acid. And by the way, there's no hard and fast rule that says you can't use 2 different acids in one skincare routine. You just want to be thoughtful with your skin and pay attention and see if you can actually handle it, if your skin can tolerate it. But if it can and you can use them together, then you're probably going to see more results. So there are just some really great ingredients in here. I also see arbutin in here. There's just some really good ingredients for evening her skin tone and brightening it.
Next, I'm gonna go into my serums, and this is one of my favorite, The Ordinary. I love their niacinamide and zinc serum. I think it's just good for all over balancing, toning, and a lot of really good properties. And I also just love the way it feels on my skin. I like it. It feels like a layer of like protection. Just gonna add a couple droplets there, one in between the round. Sometimes I'm so tired and I'm ready to go, so I just put both of my serums in different places and just mix them, and I feel very science. But I'm not gonna do that for you guys. I'm gonna be patient. Tonight is about patience and steps.
Okay, wait, so she like drops it on her face at the same time, like she puts 2 serums. Is that what she's saying? I think that's what she's saying. Is there something wrong with that? I guess technically you're cocktailing and you're mixing your products, so you could potentially not get as like a full benefit. I always think it is better to go layer by layer because you'll get better efficacy. In the grand scheme of things, is it gonna make a huge difference? Probably not. But if you want like a nice even layer of each product, then probably go in layer by layer. Use one product at a time and don't mix them together. The niacinamide serum from The Ordinary is a classic. It kind of, I feel like it was revolutionary for the skincare industry. I will point out, it's not that it's a bad product. It's actually a great product for her because it is a high percentage of niacinamide. So if she deals with the hyperpigmentation, any kind of clogged pores, this is a really great one to balance and even her skin tone. But that last product that she was using, the witch hazel one, already had 2% niacinamide, which is actually a really great amount of niacinamide. It's not this high percentage, but it is an efficacious amount, an efficacious percentage of niacinamide in her skincare routine already. So does she need to add more? Not necessarily. Is it gonna harm her skin? Probably not. Will she potentially get more benefit from using this on top of the other one? Probably, just because it is such a higher percentage, but it's unnecessary, I guess is the point.
Next, I'm gonna go in with this salicylic acid serum. Not a lot though, because it was already in my face wash, but just a little extra to keep these products fighting on my behalf. There we go, just 1 drop. And we'll mix it. Sometimes I like tap it in, like I pretend I just like did the shave and then I'm like, it burns. It doesn't burn.
Obviously, I'm really excited to see her use a NATURIUM product. This is actually one of our underrated products. I think this one is fantastic, but it doesn't get as much love as some of our more popular products. This product is actually part of our acne range. It is made to treat your acne because of the salicylic acid in it. But even for anybody that's dealing with just clogged pores or oily skin, you get that benefit of the 2% salicylic acid. So it's really just helping to exfoliate your skin and unclog your pores and balance out your oil production. But what makes this a really special serum is that we also have an ingredient called maltobionic acid in it. It's a PHA, and you probably associate PHAs with really gentle exfoliation. I want you to put that aside and think about PHAs in a much better way. I think PHAs are so much more exciting than the PR campaign that they got. For a second there, it was exciting to people to think that they might be gently exfoliating, and yes, to an extent they do, but they also offer so much more. They're very hydrating for the skin, and this PHA specifically is also great for just evening your skin tone. tone. If you have enlarged pores and you want them to look a little bit more refined, if you have any texture to your skin, if you're dealing with fine lines and wrinkles, this is an ingredient that can actually help your skin tone look so much better. So overall, it's just a really nice, hydrating, nourishing, exfoliating serum. Using it in this routine after she's already used this cleanser, is that okay? If her skin can tolerate it, then it's totally fine. When you're using salicylic acid in a cleanser, it's not meant to be super, super strong. So I think that if her skin is tolerating it, which her skin looks great, then it's totally fine to add it in. But you should definitely be careful about adding all these types of active ingredients, these exfoliants specifically, into one skincare routine and go slowly into doing that. Again, if you can get these all into your skincare routine at the same time, and your skin is tolerating it and not getting irritated, you're probably gonna see a lot of benefit. But you have to just be aware that you could also irritate your skin if it can't tolerate it. So just be very aware. These are almost like pro moves that she's doing. I actually call it like a power move. So just be aware of that.
This is the Fade Topicals Brightening and Clearing Serum. It has a lot of really good ingredients that I feel like they're subtle, so they won't like make your skin freak out because they're too powerful for what's going on at the time. They like work slow and steady. So I really like this for spot treating. For example, like if I have dark spots, I would just like tap it on my dark spots and not my entire face, and just, you know, let them do what they do while I go slumber.
Obviously, Topicals Faded Serum is iconic at this point. It's a wonderful product, again, for her skin issues that she's dealing with, specifically that hyperpigmentation. This one is made for that. It has ingredients like azelaic acid in it. Again, it gently exfoliates your skin, it evens your skin tone. And if you deal with any kind of redness in your skin, which is a form of inflammation, then it helps to calm that. So it ends up almost preventing your hyperpigmentation, though it's been known to also help brighten and even your skin tone. There's also tranexamic acid in here, which is a really great tyrosinase inhibitor, meaning that it helps to stop that overproduction of the melanin in your skin that causes this hyperpigmentation. But I do want to point out another main ingredient in here is niacinamide. So now she officially has a lot of niacinamide going throughout her skincare routine. Is it probably fine? Probably. A lot of products have niacinamide in it. It's because it tends to be a really gentle ingredient and do a really good job. But she added a niacinamide product into this routine. I would argue that she probably has enough niacinamide happening in her skincare routine, so it's an unnecessary step. But if she does like the hydration that she's getting from using it, then maybe she should move into like a peptide serum. I feel like there's so many different peptide serums to choose from. She can even use a very basic hyaluronic acid serum. So she doesn't necessarily need that niacinamide serum in this particular skincare routine because she's already got it in so many different steps. The other thing I want to point out is that she likes to use this faded serum more as a spot treatment, and that's fine, but because it contains tyrosinase inhibitors, meaning that they're preventing that overproduction of the melanin, it's almost better to use it all over your face and get the benefit of that, because even if you can't see that hyperpigmentation forming, you want to put it all over because it's going to prevent any more hyperpigmentation from coming to the surface. So you almost want to use it as a preventative measure as well. And I think sometimes people aren't considering that these types of ingredients are really great to just prevent, not just fade what you already have, it's prevention as well.
So we're moving on. We've done all of our powerful intentional ingredients, and now it's time for that final layer, which to me is moisturizer. Very important. I don't want your skin to be dry, suffering, and needing some oxygen. This is a really good moisturizer. This is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I love it. It's light, but it also really does hold weight and make you feel very refreshed and hydrated. Plus it's purple, and purple is my favorite color. So I'm just gonna do doop, doop, doop. Sometimes I like to pretend that I'm my own masseuse. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're doing wonderful, lady, with this facial. Thank you. And this smells so good. I swear I'm at the spa. Okay, we're almost done. Oh, you know, you can take the rest and put it down here, you know.
I'm glad she said that, because I actually think not even just taking the rest, you know how I feel. bring it all the way down to your nipples because you want to make sure that you're covering all the bases because you don't want your skin to look good in the future and then your neck and your chest not look good. So I'm glad she did kind of bring it up, but I think she can even add more, like make it just part of the skincare routine. That Tatcha moisturizer is a fantastic moisturizer. No notes. If anything, I just want to point out that even people that have potentially like oily, acne prone skin, which she's obviously dealing with that. We don't see that she has ever dealt with any acne. And it's probably because she's seen a dermatologist and she's gotten her skincare routine in order to prevent it basically. But it just goes to show that I always believe this. I think all skin types can benefit from a nice, rich moisturizer in their nighttime routine. I just think it's nice. Your skin needs that nourishment. And I know that people love like a lighter moisturizer and I get that. Save it for your morning routine. Go rich. Use a rich moisturizer at night. Even if you're unbelievably oily, just humor me. Use a richer moisturizer and see how your skin does after a month. Just use it in your nighttime skincare routine. You don't have to be all glossy looking in the morning time. Just at night. Do me that favor and see what your skin does. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised because I think most people can benefit from a thick, nice moisturizer.
Last thing, Laneige, this lip glowy balm, chef's kiss. And this is a go-to, whether you're going to sleep, whether you're waking up, whether you're just vibing, hanging out. Please use your chapstick, guys. Come on, no crusty lips. It's 2024. This is one of my favorite chapsticks. This is the peach one. I have a couple different flavors, but I just do a thick layer of this because I know it's giving goodnight and I really want this product to settle in. Give me something I can feel. That's my routine. And now I sleep. And I love to sleep. I love my bed. Yeah. Stay tuned for my debut album. I'm going to bed. Good night.
She's super cute. I've never tried that specific scent or flavor of the Laneige. I have to throw out there, with all the lip balms on the market now, I think that one's probably kind of at the bottom of the list for me as far as my favorite lip balms, especially for nighttime. You know I love something really rich and thick though, so if you don't want something that's rich and thick, that's like a good, I wouldn't say it's a good in-between. It's on the lighter side in my opinion and just doesn't last on my lips. But I also have dry skin, but I fully agree with her. It is 2024. Crusty lips are out. You have no excuse, especially with the amount of lip balms on the market. So find your favorite lip balm. Everything is personal. So if she likes it, then I'm happy for her because there's nothing wrong with that lip balm. It's just not one of my favorites. Anyway, that was Coco Jones. Again, super exciting moment. I feel like it's a full circle moment because if you've been with me for a while and when I start these reaction videos, I started with the Harper's Bazaar series and then to have my brand be used in one of these videos, it's like it all comes back around. It's amazing to see. I'm gonna leave a link to the original video in the description box below. You can find me on social media if you have any other comments or questions. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.